Hey folks, another quick video from Daddy Rabbit. I've talked on this subject before. Excuse me. We'll talk about it again. I was talking to Post. Well, no, I wasn't talking to Post State. Partisan Comms Group, Terrence. I was talking to him earlier, and we were talking about society, and I got to bitching about how I don't think it's right that little girls, excuse me, will go out and have babies so they can pull a big fat government check. Now, let's see if this car comes on. So, by the time a girl can breed, that's not the proper term to use, I know, but by the time a girl is able to have a child, they'll go out and have one, so they'll get a check from the federal government. And by law, they're not old enough to have sex. Now, in Tennessee, where I live, before age of consent is 18. Some states are 16. I think even there's one or two states you can be 15. But here in Tennessee, you have to be 18 to give consent. Even if you're having sex with another minor, it's still a crime. They'll go out on purpose, get pregnant, have a child, and then they go get social welfare and everything that they can get to milk the system. And then by the time that kid gets one or two, they'll go out and have them another one, and they'll have them another one, because they know that's going to be their career for the next 18, 20, 22 years, however long as they're having kids. And they're going to sit at home and pull a check and get to go to school, and then do dope, and then drive their Escalade, and do all the things they want to do. And this is my point. If it's against the law to have sex before you're 18, then you should not be able to get shit. Period. Not $1, not one dime, not one anything. You broke the law, so we're going to reward you to break the law. That'd be like, hell, I go in and break in a house. Since I broke in a house, you're going to pay me $1,000 a month for every house I break into. Well, you'd laugh. People would laugh at you in a heartbeat. They're just going to send you to prison. A young lady breaks that law. Let's say she's 13, 14, whatever, and she has her first kid. They ought to put that thing in her arm so she can't have kids. And then they ought to take that child, because there's plenty of families out there that would love to have a child that can't. You know, that kind of cut the housing projects down quite a bit. And you say, well, it's not your place. Well, she broke the law. If you're in jail and you're pregnant, when you have that kid, the state takes it. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but the state takes it. So the same thing would apply. And we could cut down on a lot of problems. Everybody said, well, that's not your place. Well, it is. Maybe not mine, but it'd be the state's. If you're going to break the law, and it is a law, they ought to go ahead and do whatever to that female and to the boy or man or whatever, or we just cut off no benefits, or you lower the age of consent down, and it's not a crime, and then they have to get in line like everybody else. And this is the thing. And I was talking to Terrence of Partisan Comms Group. He's got his own channel. He does videos about radios, two-way radios. My thinking is this: if it's not a crime, well, let me back up. So if a young man gets a girl pregnant, she breaks the law, nothing happens to her, not legally, nothing, zero. Then that young man, she takes him to court, he got to pay child support. Unless he signs away his parental rights. But I'd be willing to bet you A juvenile can't do that. See, it's so hypocritical. Well, she's still a minor, but the girl gets benefits that an adult would get. You can't make a child pay child support, but he broke the law too. See, this ain't right. Then the rest of us get to pay for it. I'm tired of paying for it. So we either fix them so they can't have kids till they're 18, or I don't know what. There's too much flim flam. Look, if you break a law, you pay a fine, you get put on probation, you go to jail. Well, this girl breaks the law, and then society, we get to pay for it for 18 years. Bullshit. I'm tired of it. I do think people can fall on hard times. I've done it. You should be able to pull a check for maybe a year, 18 months. We should make school available. Tradesmen, learn to do something. There ought to be that benefit, sure. But at the end of that, you don't get shit. The whole time since my injury, that was over 5 years ago, I've not pulled one government check, not one. I've had to sell some stuff. I've had to scrimp and save and get by, but I didn't go get on the government tit. But I think they've made it so easy for the Democrats, the liberals, or whatever, and this is not a political video, has made it so easy to get on that government tit, but they make it hard to get off. But if we're going to have laws, then by God, we ought to enforce them across the board. Nobody wants to admit that their daughter's a whore. Nobody wants to admit that your daughter's out doing what your boys are doing. However you want to look at it. The only difference is boys don't get pregnant and girls do. But if you're a minor and you're breaking the law by having sex and you get pregnant, there should be no government help of any kind, no local, state, or federal. And that's the way it'll be. And then people would think, oh shit, if I get pregnant, I might quit school and get a job. I might, I'm not going to be able to lay around and have 4 or 5 babies and get paid. So it's either make the law stiffer, lower the age of consent, do something, because people today don't want to work, and it's easier for these girls to get pregnant and just lay around and just make babies and get paid. We ought to fix it so they can't. If there was some shot that we could give boys, I'd say all of them. As soon as they hit puberty, give them the shot. I didn't say the jib jab. I didn't say that. But, and after they get 18, they can either sign up for that shot and pay for it, or get off of it and start a family. I think starting a family is a wonderful thing. Having kids is a wonderful thing. But you going out and having kids so I can pay for them? No. No, I'm sorry. And I know there's kids out there, people I grew up with that grew up out of wedlock. And they didn't have parents and this, that, and the other thing. And most of them went to prison or ended up being more screwed up than the rest of us. But, And I get it. Some people, they have sex one time and they get pregnant. Oh well. Sucks to be you. But laws need to be changed or enforced, and benefits should only be for those that deserve it. And people say, well, my daughter didn't plan on getting pregnant. Well, your daughter sure pulled her panties down. You know? And that's just cold, hard truth. And it sucks, but if if your mom and daddy want to support you, okay, after you get out of jail. Because I think if it's going to be against the law, that'll be at least a Class A misdemeanor. You should do 1129. That way you can appreciate what jail is. Maybe a $5,000 fine. You know, don't reward and punish them. I'll say this. I do know what my body count is, and I'm not going to say it. But I've had sex with a few people in my life. I didn't get anybody pregnant. I knew what a condom was. They knew what birth control was. None of this. Oh, oh crap, I got to go have an abortion. None of that. So either young people of today, I say young people, let's say from 12 to 30, are incompetent and stupid. Yeah, let's go with that. Incompetent and stupid. If you don't know what birth control is and you're that dumb, you should not be allowed to reproduce. But I was talking to Parson Comms Group, and we were discussing this. And I thought I should do a video on it, a little rant. Feel free to leave your comments. Be respectful, though. But and I'll probably change the title to something more to do with the subject. But for all y'all that see this tonight or tomorrow, leave your comments. And like I say, just be respectful. But yeah, something needs to be done. Because if I was the ruler of the world, I'd have done solved this problem. Yeah, because it's a shame that people raise children. Well, you don't even raise them. You didn't do your part. I'm going to tell you something. My dad told me when I was about 13. I've told this story before, and this is true. My sex talk with my father was this. He come walking through the house. He said, I'm going to the gas station. Come on, let's go. He pumped his own gas. He didn't need me. I turned and hopped in the car. We went to the gas station. He stopped to get out to get gas, and he turned and he said, look. He said, I know you're out looking for it. And I said, what? I had no idea what he's talking about. He said, I know you're out looking for puss. He said, if you get a girl pregnant, don't come home, because if you do, I'll kill you. The difference between him telling me that and some father of today saying that would mean two different things. My daddy would have took my life. Today, that just don't mean shit coming out of some dad's mouth. I grew up in a different time. You got a girl pregnant, you stopped going to school and you went to work and you paid for that child. So we all knew what condoms were and how to use them, where to get them. And then by the time I got into high school, all the girls were on birth control because their mamas Did not want them coming home with babies. The year I was in the 8th grade, so like we would go to school. Back in school, you'd go 1 through 6, and then junior high or middle school, where you want to call it, was 7, 8, and 9, and then high school was 10, 11, 12. When I was in the 8th grade, they put the 9th grade in the high school. The year before I got to high school, it was still okay. Students could smoke, chew, and dip. And when I got there, then they decided that wasn't okay anymore. So that'll tell you how old I am. It was rare. It was rare that somebody got pregnant. Rare. I knew for a fact if I got a girl pregnant, I was going to have to go work hard and in a shitty job because I didn't know anything. And my daddy would have beat me unmercifully. And my life as I knew it would be over with. There was no such thing as girls and getting on a federal program. There weren't any. That girl would have that kid, and her mama, if she was lucky, would raise it, and she'd go straight to work. Kids today, parents of the day, you all suck. It is that. Well, if I get pregnant, I can just get a government check. The liberals will pay me to stay home and have babies. We didn't do that. But also, we drank from a water hose, you know. We rode a bicycle without helmets. You know, as soon as you'd eat breakfast, your mom would kick you out of the house, tell you to go outside. If you come back in, you're in for the day. You go to bed. We went to bed when the street lights came on. I've got a friend, still friends with him, met him in the 1st grade. We would ride our bicycles. We rode our bicycles, and I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. We lived in North Knoxville. Of course, a lot of y'all don't know where I live and all that. But we rode to South Knoxville, which is 15 miles at 12 years old. Crossed the Tennessee River. We were almost into the county. We do that all the time. We'd ride. Today, if your kid rides with 15 miles, oh my Lord, they'd have helicopters up and police dogs out. And every year, there's a Boy Scout camp down the road, Camp Buck Toms. Every year, me and the same guy would scout camp every year. Every 4th of July weekend, we spent it at that camp. And I look back and I look at the kids coming up, and we are so fucked. Our country is so fucked. You all are so soft and ignorant. Oh my God. I don't know how our country has lasted as long as it has. Did we drink? Yeah. Did the kids smoke dope? Yeah. Did we screw? Yeah. We did all that. We didn't have DUIs. We didn't kill people. We didn't raise babies. We were smart. You know, we didn't drink juice out of a box, you know. Like I say, and for y'all that are old enough, you know the best water in the world's out of a water hose. The one the dog peed on. None of us died. Now listen to all these people cry. Oh, life is so tough. It was tough for us. We just didn't know it was tough. Every kid in the neighborhood had a bicycle. Usually a Huffy. It didn't have gears. Even the girls had bicycles. We had a good time. And I look around now. It's sad. Technology has whipped us. I'm not going to talk about Snapchat, but I am for just a second. All the little girls now are on Snapchat selling pussy pictures. And, of course, you're making fat coin but you have no communication skills. Dating of today is done, on the phone. Bless your all's heart, y'all are stupid. We met a girl or a guy. You had to put time in. You know what I mean by that? You'd have to court them. What's that mean? It means you'd have to talk to him a couple of weeks if you're going to get anywhere. That's why all of you are here, because we all got married and had families. And then raised you silly bastards. Friday, every day you'd be out on the road playing football or something until the street lights come on. And everybody knew when somebody yelled car, everybody had to get out of the street or they'd run you over. You weren't an endangered species. So as I look around at society as a whole, it's disgusting. It is. And for all you young kids that think your mom and daddy were saints, they're lying to you. We all did the same. We didn't do maybe the same kind of drugs, but we were all doing the same thing. The difference was we're not soft and we're not ignorant. And you all are soft and ignorant. So mom and dads, control your kids, or it might be your grandkids. Do your part. Man, they're stupid. Anyway, I'm going home. I just had to come to town, and usually when I come to town, I'll do a live feed or a video. I'd rather do live feeds, and they're easier to upload. So for the 2 or 3 of you that are in here, thanks for coming, but we have let our young people have too much freedom. And for the parents that say, oh, you can't whip your kids, that's a lie. You just don't want to take responsibility for whipping your kid's ass. You'd rather somebody else do it for you. Oh, talking about age difference. How about when you made a mistake in school and they sent you to the office? You got a choice, 3 days off or 3 licks. And you took 3 licks, more than likely you're getting hit with a 2x4. Can you imagine these weak kids today taking an ass whooping from a football coach? Or, oh my God, he tried to kill me. And I promise you, when they were hitting you with that 2x4, they were trying to kill us then. But we were just tougher. We just took it. Folks, I hope y'all have a blessed day. More videos coming soon. God willing, and the creek don't rise. That is my 2 cents. Please remember, your glass is always half full and never half empty. Keep praying for me, and I'll keep praying for you. Love y'all. See you.